Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode I was dying, so we didn't really achieve anything, and I don't feel that much better today, but my voice is almost back to normal, and my brain is working ever so slightly. Somebody has lovingly told me that that's Parliament right there, and I flew just straight past it multiple times in the last episode when I was looking for it, so that's the first thing we are going to have a look at, but I am tempted to repair my locomotive before we leave. Fully repair, how much is that going to cost me? Woo! Yeah, we desperately need money. Yeah, I gotta stop not spending so much money, but either way, let's go and have a look to see if we can find Parliament, because we have a prospect to go there. And hopefully that will pay us out with a little bit of money. Because we need to buy the hidden compartments as well for the smuggling, which should be a quick-fire way of getting some money, albeit a little bit illegally, with the potential of us getting arrested and maybe having some negative consequences, but I'm sure it'll be fine. If it works out, we'll be rich. That's how all criminals think, right? I think it's about 500 to buy the concealed compartments, but then we're also going to need money to get the things we need to smuggle. Ooh, hello, free stuff. Oh, it's Big Ben again. I distinctly remember listening to this for a solid episode. Hopefully we don't... Well, okay, it's kind of a two-handed thing. We've got the crystalline dreadnoughts, or whatever they're called. I kind of hope we run into them because I kind of want their gun. But on the other hand, I don't want to fight them. That was weird. I have also been told that in Albion, since the update, places tend to come in pairs. They tend to be quite close to each other. So, hopefully it's quite close to the Barbizon work well. Oh, there he is again, old Big Ben. What's the quickest way? I don't know. Let's just go round. That's so spooky. It's not quite as spooky as that damn Stories Untold I played the other day. Oh my god. It took me hours to recover from that. I have decided I'm doing another episode on it though, if anyone is actually interested in it. Oh, but excuse me. Just, The HML what could go wrong? Really? I just saw the princess saved by the people on the Barbizon worlds are complaining they should just go somewhere else. Isn't it a prison? I'm pretty sure it's a prison. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna have to look down here. And hopefully it's right here. I could use the owl. That's looking decidedly... Okay, let's use the owl. See if we can find anything. Well, he's relayed his findings, but that doesn't really help me very much, does it? I'm going the wrong way, but I'm going to go see what this is. I think I'm going the wrong way. I might be going the right way. I don't know. The wonders of being lost in sunless skies. So I spend an awful lot more of my time being lost nowadays. I really should come up with like a systematic way of searching. Okay, I'm gonna go back up this way. Because my current way is very wasteful. Yeah, okay. If it's not up here, I'm gonna be very upset. Kind of concerned about the amount of food we're consuming. Apparently this is a very hungry crew. Can we get food to the bit between? No, they sell fuel though. Great. I don't get a feeling somebody's going to get eaten. I still need to enact all the advice about getting the faster ship and bigger weapons, but I'm a very one-track mind kind of person. I want to do the smuggling, so that's what we're doing. That is a very nice house. I pointed at it with my finger because, you know, you guys know what I was pointing at. It's fine. Excuse me, there's an awful lot of dreadnoughts around here, but it does kind of make sense. If this is Parliament, oh god. Wish they'd stop trying to crash into me, that would be nice. I have been around here. Unless the port entrance is on the other side. The stink of rust and scrap iron. I could use the owl. On one hand it might help us find it, on the other hand it might make us starve. So for now, I'll be using my eyes. Not looking good, is it? These menacing looking things. Assuming these are part of the world. I can hear bloody Big Ben again. Oh, what's this? That's a cantankerary. Oh, sod it. Let's use the owl. Aha! What is this down here then? Oh god, I can feel my nose getting blocked up. Right before recording I had a massive sneezing fit and it's kind of thrown me out a little bit. You give the order of half rations to eke out the last of your supplies. If commoners could rule, they wouldn't need royalty. The princess knows she's not threatened by Parliament. Oh dear, we're out of food. Please tell food. Oh, you haven't discovered this place. That makes sense. I really hope they sell food. Wonderful. The ancient palace drifts through the void, a monument to British democracy and the greatness it believes it brought to the high wilderness. An elderly guard watches with suspicion as you dock, but relaxes at the sight of fellow Londoners. With the Palace of Highminster? It's called a palace now? The Empress shipped the Houses of Parliament brick by brick from old London to the high wilderness to help her govern. Let's compile a port report while we're here. Parliament has seen better days. While the palace is off limits to most, there are always ministers and civil servants who are busy, whose busy schedules allow for a moment or a free drink. You ask the obvious question. What is the point of Parliament when Her Renewed Majesty never gives her assent to any of its proposed laws? They bristle. Tyrants fall. Democracy endures. Become a lord? How interesting. You can enter the House of Commons, House of Lords, or the Victoria Tower. I guess you have to get on the good side of the old Queen. A welcoming party. Smiling, nervous young people greet you as you disembark. Excuse us, the man in yellow rosé calls. Excuse me, a minute of your time. The smiling man wearing the yellow rosé cuts in first. Captain, join our campaign to celebrate Albion and restore old-school patriotism to the land of officially renaming Wednesday as Victoria's Day. Praise Her Renewed Majesty for all she has. The smiling woman wearing the green rosé effortlessly cuts in. For killing democracy? For our subjugation? No, Captain. We must make a stand for freedom. We must show the Empress that we will not just sit idle. Join us as we triumphantly rename her precious Victoria Sponge the People's Cake. Oh god. They look at you with hungry expectancy. I remember this. It's like one of them's pro-Queen, one of them's against the Queen. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to be pro-Queen all the way because Parliament are a bunch of idiots. At least, if anything modern politics is showing, they are incapable of doing anything. So, let's support the Empress. It will be good for the calendar industry anyway. Have a drink because my throat is drying out. Hang on. The two scribble down your answer. Thank you, says the man with the yellow rosé, and turns to his opposing number. One for me, a clear majority. Too bad nobody's listening, mutters the woman in the green rosé. The two disappear toward the Palace of Highminster, where no new laws have made it into the books in years. You're advancing your parliamentary career. We answered a question. Yes! Let's explore the Traitor's Green. It was originally named for Cromwell. Someone clearly holds a grudge. He did overthrow the Queen. Or King, at the time, I should say. The replanted gardens are the pleasant place to enjoy a walk, where the buildings are out of bounds to casual visitors. The Empress's Gate is particularly fortified by a heavy chain and a padlock too rusted to ever be unlocked. A few protesters are taking a break to picnic on the lawn, away from the guards. Braver, or more foolhardy ones, sit on the aisle's edge, swinging their legs over the sky as they eat their sandwiches. It's near them that you spot the fellow in the suit, swaying uncertainly. His footsteps have taken him precariously close to the edge. Nobody seems to have noticed. Stand back and watch. Mr. Darwin would no doubt approve. Oh, let's help him. He looks like an MP, but even so. He sees you coming. Startled, he steps back with a drunken cry, and with a drunken cry, is gone. Over the edge. And soon, little but a dot in swirling clouds of the wilderness. A small army of civil servants soon swarms from the nearest gate, staring over the edge, agreeing with appalling timing and manners the fellow had, and already arguing over whether the most appropriate memorial would be a bronze plaque on a bench or a new Pisces somewhere within the parliamentary halls. A tap on your shoulder distracts you, a tall clerk flanked by two claymen. Excuse us. He glances you up and down. Yes, very suitable. A moment of your time? Yeah, an election has been called on the Barbizon worlds. You're advancing your parliamentary career. He sits at a huge mahogany desk in prestigious Downing corridor. Your conversation doesn't distract him from writing notes in the margins of endless pieces of paperwork. He pauses his scribbling, only to sip from a large cup of stone-cold tea, or to scratch his head with the pen's long, silver nib. Wow, that's a man of mastery right there, look at him. Let's discuss business. He looks down his nose at you with the grim expression of a headmaster waiting for an excuse to break out his favourite birch rod. Tea? Ah, yes. I will call for some tea. The loss of our dear minister for... He hesitates, covertly checking a file. The Barbizon world, yes, is a tragedy, but we must move on. You seem just the sort I'm looking for. Lucid, breathing. Have you considered a career in politics? He holds up a hand. No, I do not care about history or affiliations. A bum in the chair will suffice. The Department of Albion Affairs would be a suitable starting point. If you're interested, I could set the wheels in motion. A bum in a chair would suffice. Oh, I forgot how depressingly accurate this is. So, was that a hint for me to go the Barbizon worlds? I think it was, but let's hand in these crates. Ooh. A zealous Undersecretary is already planning next year's Guy Fawkes Night, a vital celebration of parliamentary democracy and high explosives. He wants the festivities fireworks to be seen and heard all the way in London, and is prepared to pay well for 3 carefully packed crates of sufficiently dangerous munitions floating Parliament lies to the west of London. Yes, the Undersecretary asks probing, inert questions about the yield, lumens and decibels of your delivery. I want them to rattle Her Majesty's China, he admits savagely. Oh, should we just buy a load of tea? Seems like a bad idea actually, because that's all like a lot of my money. We can sell them straight away. to the standard bazaar without having to worry too much. Should we go have a look at the Barbizon world? Oh, you sell? Aha! Supplies. I'm almost out of fuel now, though. Okay, let's go have a look at... Unless I'm missing something horrible, we should just be able to go have a look over here, the bit between. Kind of revolves around us going back the way we came, but at the end of the world, it ain't too bad. For some reason, I can't quite remember what I need to do. It's been... Oh, it's got to have been months since I last did the parliamentary stuff. But for the sake of interest, we may as well have a look. Let's just hope we don't run out of fuel. Should be okay. I mean, the world sells fuel anyway, so... Oh, it's cantankerite. Oh, it's 2 cantankeries. Let's hope they just leave us alone. I'm not really in the mood for fighting. Yep, seems good. Sweet. Stink of rust and scrap iron. And this, oh, I see what this is. One of those big, like, crane crunchy things, isn't it? If you got it from that description, oh, I worry. I know what I meant. They have them in scrapyards where they like churn up metal and stuff, make it easier to recycle it or bury it. More likely bury it, knowing the way our world works. Has anyone noticed how everything seems to just be going to crap? I don't know if it's just Britain. It probably is just Britain, to be honest, where everything is just going really bad. It's like nobody can make any decisions anymore. It's very strange. Like, I've seen more decision making in a first school, like a bunch of children. I don't get it. Yeah, it's me lamenting. I'm in one of those weird moods where, because I feel slightly sick and I know that I've got to go to work, because I can't afford not to. The HMA Lee's Nettle. Damn you, dreadnoughts. Yes, I have to go to work, so I'm just miserable. It's fine. Everybody loves their job. The people above so should stop complaining. Miserable? Move somewhere else. Maybe I should move. Maybe I should take the incognito princess's advice and just up and bugger off and go do something completely different. Except carry on doing YouTube, because I actually quite enjoy doing this. Believe it or not. Here we are, the bit between. So, let's have a look, see if we can get elected. What's the last day? A horn blares. The factory doors creak open. Those work welders, lucky enough to have reached the end of their service, blink in the light of freedom. They were young when they first arrived. Now their skin is calloused and wrinkled, aged not only by hard labor, but the slow burning light of the clockwork sun. We can either help a work welder with their paperwork, they are due to be released, but Barbizon never makes it easy, or we can recruit crew from the work world. Former workers, now old and exhausted. Barbizon does not pay for their journeys home. Let's see if we can help somebody. Yay! The overseer is most displeased when you turn up with one of her workers. Forms all correctly filled out and stamped. They are forced to release the prisoner on schedule. The only reward is a smile from the prisoner and a scowl from the overseer. It's enough. Perfect. Barbizon World, the first work world to be established in Albion. Working here, debaters can escape... Debtors can escape prison. They remain till their debts are repaid and a ticket away has been funded. The primary industry is that of hours processing, which has the side effect of accelerating time on the work world's surface. Ticket away has been funded. Didn't they just say they don't pay for the way home? Or am I misunderstanding? The dock is between the Barbizon World and Little Nice, or Nice, where the more privileged overseers reside. The dock is, for Captain's sake, nearer Little Nice than the world. Unexpected aging would deter even the greediest captain from arriving. Well, we get lit. How much does it cost me to stand for Parliament? 50. Oh no! Oh, it's refunded if you win. Oh wait, so you lose it if you die. God damn it. It'd be better if it was refunded if I lost. Those who even have the time to notice your campaign are hard-edged and wary. They demand strength and purpose. Damn it. I'm just not parliamentary material. The polls are not in your favour. Your opponents appear to have the will of the people behind them. Fortunately, it's a long way from here to Parliament. You suspect it will not be long before the winner tires of their new position and steps down. Should we have a look in around the Barbizon world? Okay, let's travel to Little Nice, or Nice, or whatever we're saying. The governor of Barbizon world resides in a picturesque village at the far end of the bit between. Thick double doors separate the bit between from Little Nice. The fresh air of this pretty village is in sharp contrast to that near the dock. Little Nice is entirely charming. It is populated with carefully unique houses painted in a curated array of colours. Overseers in striped blazers tend the topiary and maintain the paintwork. Behind a water feature bustling with cherubs is a cottage with an out-of-place little tower. This is the home of the governor of the Barbizon. Oh, the first thing we can do is write a poor report. The Barbizon world is one of several, but is the preeminent among them. As a major industrial centre, it is of interest to many. The overseers here work hard to ensure Little Nice remains perfect, from the freshly painted fence corrals to the newly mown grass of the lawn. It's hard to get a sense of what's going on in Barbizon from your current curated surroundings. The overseers themselves are no use. They must have been briefed. Each gives you clearly sanitized information. You only have to speak to 4 before you hear a repetition. You'll have to go down to the world itself to learn anything true about Barbizon. Oh, you cannot get a report on Barbizon world from Little Nice. Okay, well, let's recline on a bench. This will lower terror a little. The grass is immaculately cut. The hedges are trimmed. Stars burn silver above. But it's hard to ignore the thunder of the hour loops spinning their knot of hurryingly time over the world below. So let's have a nice little conversation with the governor. The governor runs Barbizon in the absence of more direct control from London. He is all powerful here. I've been to London recently. It struck me just how now that I can barely remember the place. He turns to look out the window at a ridiculous cherubim water feature. I always thought it was my home, but obviously it can't be. He harumphs loudly. Still, it's nice to know they appreciate my work. I received word that I've been commended by some hall or another in my absence. That didn't seem like it was worth it. Okay, let's return to the bit between. Should we attempt to converse with an overseer? Few are willing to stop for mere conversation. Those that do will only linger at Little Nice, end of the tunnel. It's safer. The overseer is folding his work cape up rather than hanging it. He places it in a storage bench opposite the dock. He beams when you approach him. I've been promoted to gardener. I'll be living and working in Little Nice from now. And to think, I was warned away from flirting with the donors. I mean, It works. So how do we get into the world then? A ministry stamp permit. We don't have any. A barrel of unseasoned hours to donate to the tour. What is that? The Starshine. Requirements might be waived. What the hell is Starshine? The guards are not corruptible. Starshine does not help them perform their daily toil and keep others at theirs. You would most certainly not be allowed to join a tour in exchange for it. Or we can use Savage Secrets, I think. Yes. Well, either way, we can't get in. And we failed to get elected, so this was quite a waste. Oh no. It's more carefully packed munitions. Fine. Why does that now say 17? Oh, I know why. Because... Never mind. Ignore me. Let's go back to London. We have like a couple of minutes. I'm going to sell all that stuff, see how much money we have. I should have bought some fuel. Oh dear. I may have vastly underestimated the distance we have to travel to get to London. What are we at? 69 giggity? Oh god. I may have made a horrendous mistake. As long as we cut a decent path, we should be okay. He says. I've only ever been wrong about this like twice before. Got a pretty good track record now. We gotta find Big Ben. He's around here somewhere. Crap. Are we drifting toward that rock? Ah, I'll be fine. What fuel are we at now? 46! Oh, that really is going down quicker than I thought. We'll make it. I hope. 38. Oh god. 37. Oh, look at how quick that goes down. 36, 35. As long as I don't try and dock at the wrong station, we should be okay. $25. Uh-oh. Oh man, we use so much fuel. Maybe I should downsize. A smaller engine. That's a bad idea. Why would I ever do that? 18! Oh god. Yeah, I want to go under this. 15! 14! Oh god. 13, 12. 10? Oh, we've still got quite a way to go. All things considered. 8, 7, 5. Ow. Oh no. Oh no! I crashed! Oh, balls. Inscribe a single enigma upon your regulator valve. A glyph in a language of suns. The very soul of fire. Your engineer strenuously objects, but their commitment to science has always been disappointingly tedious. I don't suppose. A 40% chance of success. Let's just signal for help. We're in London, for God's sake. Your signaler deploys every trick they know. Flares, burning, briefly bright, flags flickering in the celestial winds. An SOS played shrillingly on the whistle. Frantic Morse code stuttered into the night from your headlights. Will anyone respond in time? Thankfully, a passing Pellinor-class merchant navy engine receives your SOS. There is a cautious exchange of flag signals, which allow more nuanced communication than Morse. While they establish this isn't an ambush. Then they pull alongside and open a hatch, ready to deliver a pair of fuel barrels to your locomotive. Soon, your engine chugs back to life, and the cold is beaten back. With cheery whistles, you and your rescuers part ways. There is still decency, then, to be found in the heavens. Oh, thank God. Trust me to run out of fuel right next to the goddamn port. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to end the episode here, I think. But actually, let's quickly sell some of the stuff that we picked up. Unless there is... Ah, they want tea. Damn it, I was going to sell all the tea. But they want tea. They only want 3 tea, though. How much tea do I have? Oh, I have a lot of tea. Okay, never mind. Well, okay, we'll do the sun in the next episode. We will go and try and find the Clockwork Sun. Hopefully that has told us where it is. That's the wrong button. So the southeast of London. That's also the wrong button again. Southeast. Oh, here-ish. We'll find it. But either way, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.